I would not be here if I didn't have her. All right, so I had every intention of like coming up with a checklist of how this is going to go, what I'm going to say, and those never work out for me. So I'm just going to spit it from the dome. I am creating a series, okay, and it is called Dear Sanaa. That is my child's name, and it will be a series of love letters or lessons to her, right? I want to talk about like grief. I want to talk about crushes. I want to talk about, friendships. I want to talk about money, even though she's 9. Still talk about that money. I want to talk about just really anything that a child should know as they grow up, even dealing with mental health things, like even taking self-care. It's never too early to teach them these things. I know me. I'm probably not the most affectionate parent. Like, I take care of her. I make sure, she has everything that she needs. I clothe, feed, bathe her. I listen to her feelings. I acknowledge her feelings and everything, but I've never been give me a hug, come sit in my. That's never been me. Even when she was younger, I did that as much as I could because she a titty baby. Don't tell me. But I wasn't really big on all of that. Even with her growing up, I'm not really big on that. But what I am good at is yapping. Okay, I'm good at that. And so that is why I wanted to do this, because I want her to have something to kind of look at and to see, and also want to have something to reflect back on for me as well, because you don't get a manual on how to be a parent. You kind of just have the baby, and then they're like, here's a little person, go on, and the only time you get any type of, I guess, feedback is if something bad happens. And thank the Lord, nothing has happened, but it's like, what? So I feel like I would be able to reflect back on some of this and say, oh, I was thinking like that at this time, and and like all those different things, as well as her. She'll kind of be like, oh, well, this is what my mom was thinking. And I wanted to share that with more parents, because I know I'm not alone in the feeling of, what the heck am I doing? Who really gave me a child? I know I'm not. But I do know that we all share something in common, which is the love for our child, and that we will do whatever we can for them. And so I want to share that with other parents, as well as have something for her. So when you're parenting, you are basically creating, all right, the human or the adult that you own, okay? So like the seeds that you plant when they're younger, they're going to either blossom or die when they get old, just being straight up. And so for me, I think about like the seeds or whatever that my parents planted and the seeds that my family planted. And it was all heavy in religion, which, not knocking it from the Bible Belt, pretty country, you can probably hear it. But, that's where most of my stuff comes from. That's where most of my, even when I go back and think about things or when I'm reflecting on it, it's normally something rooted in the spirit. And so I want to convey that with her as well, but I feel like more so some of the practical things I wasn't given. Some of the, don't be friends with that person, or even understanding that, or even finding the right partner and stuff. Like I wasn't really shown that or talked about that. And so I want to be able to do that for my child. And yeah, I'm such a crybaby. I just want the best for her, and I want her to be so much better than me. And I don't even know if she realizes how much I want that for her. And I hope she realizes that I did and I do my best. And even though I'm probably gonna cry. That I'm doing my best. And all of it is for her, because I probably would not, I would not be here if I didn't have her. There have been situations, that we went through that I really didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't really see what was the point. And I was never like, suicidal or anything, but I did get to where I was like, well, what's the point? What's the point of anything? And, having that little person to go hard for, and, really show how great things can be, and even the bad things, trying to help her navigate those. Yeah, that is the point of this with my crybaby self. So yeah, I don't know. I'll do these like monthly. I'll do these monthly and different topics and stuff, but yeah.